Jeff Passan and I are reporting now that the expectation is New York City will roll back its private sector vaccine mandate and that Kyrie Irving now be eligible to start playing in home games.
What? Yesterday afternoon, Shams, Woj, and basically every big sports writer in the US reported that the New York mandate that didn't allow unvaccinated professional athletes in New York to play in New York arenas would be dropped today, which now means Kyrie Irving can finally play home games and is cleared to play in every game for the remainder of the season. I hate to say it, but ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Kyrie Irving might have won. After missing more than half the games this season, dating back to November, this entire fiasco is over, and it concludes with the Brooklyn Nets getting their 7-time All-Star back in the rotation before the playoffs, and most likely the play-in tournament. And with Kyrie back, it completely changes the landscape of the playoffs this year. The award for possibly being a top seed in the Eastern Conference is earning the right to face Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in round 1, two of the best scorers of this era. Vegas currently has the Brooklyn Nets as the favorites. Yes, favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference and make the NBA Finals. Mind you, Brooklyn is the 8th seed right now, and no team has ever made the NBA Finals as an 8th seed or even a 7th seed, and the lowest seeded teams to even win the NBA Finals was the 95 Houston Rockets, who were the 6th seed that year. I'm not saying the Nets are on their way to replicating history, but this is a team you need to proceed with caution with. Kyrie Irving this season, when he has a chance to play, has been insane on the basketball court, and I think we can agree to this. Maybe it's the extra time to rest because of the missed home games he hasn't played in, or it's just a simple fact that Kyrie Irving is much more skilled than almost everyone on the floor. But this guy's been a magician when the ball is in his hands. In only 20 games played this year, Kyrie's averaging the most points in his career, his highest true shooting percentage, and his highest three-point percentage, along with the most threes he's made per game. I know it's only been a fraction of the NBA season, I get that. But offensively, Kyrie has been phenomenal when we get to see him play. We saw him drop 50 points on less than 20 shots against the Hornets in March, and it seemed as if Kyrie couldn't miss. Then a week later, he drops 41 points in the first half against the Magic, and finishes off with 60 points. I'm sorry, bro, but that's just not normal, and the impact of this mandate being lifted turns the Brooklyn Nets from potential spoilers to hopeful contenders in the Eastern Conference because of what Kyrie Irving can bring to this team. It's already hard to doubt Kevin Durant, 2-time champ, but if you give him adequate help in Kyrie Irving, how can you possibly doubt the potential of what this duo can accomplish? A team that has the second best offense on the road since the All-Star break. To put it plain and simple, a full-time Kyrie Irving makes the Nets a dangerous team to compete against, and there are only a few teams that I would take above them in a 7-game series in the Eastern Conference. But I do think we need to pump the brakes a little. The Nets after the mandate are a better team, but I don't think they're the favorites in the Eastern Conference. Kyrie may be back, but the Nets are still sitting in the 8th seed and 3.5 games back from the 6th seed, so I doubt they move up any higher past 7, so they're probably going to be in the play-in tournament. Not to mention, if Toronto remains at 7, the Nets will be without Kyrie in the road in Toronto because Kyrie wouldn't be able to enter the country unvaccinated. And no matter how great we may think the Nets are, their season may come down to 1 or maybe 2 games that you have to win. Last year we thought the Warriors led by Steph were going to make noise in the playoffs. Instead, we saw the Lakers close them out at home and watched the Grizzlies finish them off on the road, ending their season in the play-in tournament. With how talented the league is now, anything, and I mean truly anything, can happen. We have to acknowledge this as much as we respect how great the Nets are. And you might even be thinking, maybe James Harden should have waited and not requested a trade from Brooklyn. And in hindsight, you might be right. Harden wanted his teammates available to play, KD was injured, and Kyrie wasn't going to take the vaccine by his own decisions. So when push came to shove, the Simmons for Harden trade had to be done. I talked about this in one of my previous videos you should check out, link is in the description. But I reiterate that if Kyrie was available, I doubt James Harden was wearing a Sixers jersey right now. And I might go as far to say that the previous Nets big 3 of Durant, Kyrie, and Harden is immensely better than the constructed Nets right now, and would be the best team in the league if healthy. But politics, egos, personal goals, and aspirations messed up what could have been. I think it's also fair to mention that part of the reason that Kyrie is available to play is due to the fact that Major League Baseball athletes that play in New York were going to be affected by this mandate too. Aaron Judge, who plays for the Yankees, the second most valuable sports team in the world, wouldn't be allowed to play along with other New York Yankees and New York Mets players who were unvaccinated. Now, I'm not getting to players' personal reasons of not getting vaccinated because that's their choice at the end of the day. And I do think the mandate that allowed unvaxxed citizens to enter an arena, but an unvaxxed employee, or in this situation, athlete, from even entering the building was pretty confusing from the beginning. But with the MLB season almost underway, I think that helped expedite the process of lifting this mandate that now has Kyrie available for every Brooklyn Nets game. Now with 10 games left, all eyes are going to be on the Brooklyn Nets to see if they can close out the season like the contenders many viewed them to be. Ben Simmons hasn't played yet, but with his current back issues regarding a herniated disc, I doubt he makes a return this season unless the Nets find themselves making a deep playoff run. But for now, Kyrie is here, KD is here, and this team has been on a roll, winning 6 of the last 8 games. The closing stretch of the season may be short, but it's going to let us know what to expect from the Nets when the playoffs and play-in tournament start, and if Kyrie can keep up his phenomenal and honestly unordinary NBA season we've witnessed this year. Will it be enough to get the Nets to where they want to be? You and I just gotta stay tuned and see what happens next. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Are the Nets your favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference? Or are we just boosting the Nets? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And be sure to turn that post notification bell on so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay on beat.